day 10. First full day in California. It's really windy, but the wind noise isn't too bad. Picked up a new thing to try and increase the reliability outside of towns, but also increase the speed within towns and cities, which I'll show in a second. But yeah, so it's a late start for the day, but I'll hopefully catch a ride or two just to see how things go. I know directly south of me there's some spots where we're gonna hit, essentially there's no LTE service at all, so it's just 3G. So we'll see how that works. But right now we're in HD. When I leave, as soon as I get a ride, I'm going to restart the stream in standard definition, because there's no way, like as soon as we leave town here, we're gonna lose the bulk of our speed. Right now it's super fast, but it's gonna go down pretty quick once we head south. Last I left everyone, I was trying to find a place to camp in Crescent City. I found a decent place. It was quiet. Yeah, there's no one around. It was near the beach. So I had a good sleep, and then I charged up my devices for several hours waiting for my mail to arrive. My mail just arrived a little bit ago. I got my new thing, my antenna. AJ Durkin. Yeah, so it's a late start to the day today, because I was waiting for something to come in the mail, and that thing is what's mounted on top of my backpack here. Now what that is an antenna. So we're getting serious. The antenna. Oh god, it was warm today. Yeah. It's warm here, but it's really windy. That's why I have a down jacket on, because I'm like, I was warm walking, but as soon as I stopped, that wind kind of cut through all my layers. I already got sunburned. Speaking of which, I should put sunscreen on. I haven't. Yeah, but I'm gonna try and catch a couple of rides. It's a really late start in the day. Like usually I like to start hitchhiking by like 10, because that's when people are no longer like commuting from work or anything like that, and you can just catch long distance traffic. But I was waiting for mail. I got the mail recently, charged up my devices a decent amount, just in a jack-in-the-box, and now I'm drying out some of my stuff. It didn't rain, it's just the morning dew made my fly and stuff and tent body a little wet, so I'm just trying to keep things dry as much as I can. Oh yeah, I'm so good at technology. April, hey! Andrea? Camp Band 2009. Is there a story to that name? It's good to see you guys though. Well, it's 10 here, so technically you're still hitchhiking at 10. Yeah. I meant AM, but we'll just, yeah, 10 p.m. Same thing. But yeah, hopefully, yeah, the newest edition is this guy here. Now that's an antenna which is plugged into my jetpack, which provides my internet. And I've tested the speeds on it, and like in the city, so I have already good signal. In the city, I was getting like 23 megabits per second download and 13 up, and it seemed like adding the antenna had pretty much doubled it within the city. So I was getting like 40-ish down and low 20s up. Hey. There's a cool story to my end. It's the one I was given that bird. Very cool. Gripping story. Yeah. You know that bread you guys gave me, Andrea and April? That was my dinner last night. Also, it was my lunch today. So, thank you for the bread. It's been my staple for the past couple days. I don't know if that would make a good murder code. Camp band? It's not very murdery. Murder. It was my sign in name in college. You're a horrible murderer. Just horrible. But yeah, my stuff's drying right there in the sun, but it's been out there for 15 minutes and the sun's coming down pretty good, so I'll pack that up now and then we'll get going. Smack you with camping equipment. There's lots of judging on your murder name. It's not a cool murder name, I'm sorry. I'm curious, because I've got this fuzzy thing you see, that's a dead cat. It's meant to deafen the wind noise, and we've actually got a pretty steady wind today, so I'm curious how much wind you actually hear. Both of you are in here with your own accounts and everything. Yeah, you're both in the party. Welcome. For those of you that don't know, April Abigail and Camp Band 2009 were the girls that picked me up, what was it, 3 days ago? We went from Yakutsk to Florence, had dinner, skipped some rocks, went back. We're gonna do maybe a Bob Ross stream, but we didn't. Just had a few beers. They made me some signs. So they picked me up hitchhiking, for those of you that don't know. You can hear a bit of wind, but not too much. Okay, that's good. I'm guessing it'd be really loud if I didn't have this fuzzy, silly thing. The only one I missed. Oh, sorry, Watkins. I said I was gonna message you when I was going on, and it just slipped my mind. I did say that, so sorry. I was going to tell you, but then I didn't. one wet spot on this grass because it's been sunny for a while, so I'm like, I can just knee on the grass, that's not a problem. Look at that. Look at that. Now I look dirty. Not only am I dirty, but now I look dirty. The whole point of how I present myself is even if I am unshowered, unshaven, and in general dirty, I don't look that way. But now I look dirty. I've had a ton of your bread. It's good bread. I still have some. It's keeping really well. It's not getting like stale or anything. I approve. That's some slow acting poison. What's going on in chat? Yeah, it can last up to 8 to 10 days. That's like perfect travel bread. You gave me like, there's a lot of bread like it's stale like instantly, but you gave me like really good high quality dense bread. Hey Wisco Mike, it's going good. I have an antenna now. I'm getting serious. Horse tranquilizer and a strong laxative. Isn't ketamine a horse tranquilizer? I know. It doesn't really like listen to me. It falls over all the time. My last bag was a lot better at standing up. It was obedient. This one, not so much. But it varies on a day-to-day basis. Oh yeah, this is the packaging for my antenna. But it keeps flying away. I need to throw this out. And now you guys are falling over because of the wind. Where to now? South. I don't know what's south of me, but south. The only problem is, between here and like the next major civilized place, there's a whole lot of, like in theory, dead zones. It says that there's no 4G LTE, but there is 3G service out there. So we're really going to be putting this here antenna to the test, because we're going to go into some really rough signal-wise areas. So yeah, South Pole in 10 days. That's the goal. crossed. Yeah, if you guys could just keep resupplying me with that bread, that would be great. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate the offer. I'm going to take you up on that. You'll run out of traveling south one day? I will. And then I'll be hitchhiking east on some road to Texas or something. And then I'll run out of east and then I'll be like hitchhiking north on some highway up the eastern seaboard or something like that. And then I'll be hitchhiking Europe, hitchhiking Ireland, hitchhiking the Netherlands. They actually have official hitchhiking spots in the Netherlands where it's like Lifter's Halt and it has like a picture where you're supposed to like hitchhike there. I caught a ride from Nijmegen to Rotterdam at an official hitchhiking spot. Like, not only is it allowed there, it's like they have signs. Lifter's Halt. Beauty. Nature will push you to go north. Well, I'm from Canada, so, you know, I'll have to migrate home for winter. Yeah, I'd be down with a cargo plane drop. Hey, Impact. Eureka's about an hour and a half south of where you're at? Yeah, that's probably the next major place. I think it's like a college town or a university town. That could be fun. We'll see. Anyway, I'm pretty much packed up. I'm just gonna attach this to my bag and we'll start walking out. Actually, I'm gonna take this off because I'm instantly gonna overheat once I start walking. So attach this, take this off, throw it on my back, pick you guys up, and we're gonna go walk out of town. I'm already in the south-ish end of town, so it shouldn't take too long. But yeah. I know, 720p. I got that antenna. I'm getting like 40 megabits per second down, 20 something up. I'm like, we HD, boys. HD stream until as soon as I get picked up, and then it will no longer be an HD stream. It will be a standard definition stream all the way. be good. I'll check up or catch up on chat, then we're walking. Yeah, I know. The speeds here, like Verizon's actually like a pretty fast carrier. It's just hard to get that reliable connection between towns. But yeah, within cities they've got fast, and this antenna thing is like doubling my speeds currently. Yeah, once I hit the redwoods, it's gonna, like I checked on a website that kind of tells you what kind of speeds you can expect or what kind of signal you can expect, and there's no 4G LTE at all out there. Even with this, like if there's no signal, it can't boost what isn't there. But there is apparently spotty 3G. Maybe that'll help me pick up enough, I'll get like maybe 1 megabit up or 2 megabit up, and that'll be enough for a really low quality standard definition stream. Yeah, the redwood trees act as antennas. That would be extremely helpful. Yeah, impact is right. It doesn't really tell me, but I'm guessing I entered something wrong in the tax return thing. It's supposed to be almost instant, and I waited like 30 minutes, and it's like, okay, you can update the information whatever. So I tried to do that, and then it said that I'd already submitted it, and it would, I don't know, it would update when it's finished. And then when I go back to the main page where I'm trying to do my tax thing, it says I haven't even started the tax interview question. So one part of the thing says I haven't done it at all. The other part says, hey, you've already finished it. There's nothing more you can do. Have I managed to hit San Jose? Why would I hit San Jose? That just sounds like a rude thing to do. But yeah, you got a friend in San Jose? Yeah, maybe I'll hit you up if I end up in that area. Alright, ready to go. Recycle this, and we'll walk out of town. I got some nice bruises on my hips from my waist belt and my body adapting to the conditions I'm putting it through. I don't know if I can show you though. Does that count as sexual content on Twitch? No hip bones. Yeah, that was a really fun stream. And somehow, like, when we were in Florence, where we had dinner, there was no LTE. It was just a 3G connection, and that was the most stable the stream had been for a while. So. Probably actually look at a map so I know where I'm going rather than just blindly walking. I think I know where I am though. Yeah, okay, I don't need a map. I'm good. just so windy. And it's like 15 degrees today. It's actually really nice. I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit, like 50, 59 or something. But the wind, it bites a bit. Okay. Let's adjust. Alright. Should be good. Is there a noise? What kind of sound are we getting? I should sing Taylor Swift while I'm walking. Hey, sorry, I don't smoke. You like wet shoes, one of your favorite sounds? Like a squishing sound? Be cool with some Beyonce. When we have a non-hitchhiking stream, we're gonna have a song request going, so you can come into those streams and just hit me up with all that Taylor Swift and Beyonce. It'll be great. Because yeah, we do have a song request system implemented. It just only works when I'm running my laptop with Streamlabs. Yeah, but you have to sing it. I could probably manage something like that. Pitch karaoke live. Do you guys like get on a Skype call and we'll like karaoke together? Or is this a solo thing only? Yeah, you guys missed out on the karaoke car ride back to Yakutsk when April and Andrea were driving me back to where we started. So you guys know I'm not just on some random road. South 101. This is what I'm doing. Hitchhiking south down Highway 101. I knew the majority of the words to some Taylor Swift songs. I did much better with Bohemian Rhapsody. Put on some Queen and I'm you can't help but not sing. We put things where we find them. Common courtesy. Yeah, the moment I get into California, it's sunny, and it's supposed to stay this way, so Where are you headed? I'm headed south until I either don't feel like going south or I hit the end of America, and then I'm gonna go east. And then when I hit the east coast, I'll probably go north. And I'm just gonna keep going until I no longer enjoy it, or there's no money left. So, no real plans, just enjoying myself. Also, these signs are all over the coast too. We're in the danger zone, everyone. That Pacific Fault Line, that ring of fire as they call it. I started this trip, I started live streaming it from Port Angeles, Washington, 10 days ago. So northern Washington. I'm from Canada, so I hitchhiked from where I was starting in Canada to the coast of British Columbia, took a ferry to Victoria, took a ferry to Port Angeles, took a couple ferries. Oh yeah, I was gonna put sunscreen on. I didn't do that. Gotta take care of your skin. Do people give you rides? Yeah, we've had 23 rides all on the stream. If you want to check that out, if you go to videos, you can see all 23 of them. Otherwise, how would I have gotten here? Every ride has been on stream, even if it's been really low quality. There's been a lot of times when there's just, yeah, really bad quality and it's like really laggy and stuff, but you still see that I'm getting picked up. And then there's times like this where I can run it in HD. So quality's all over the place in this stream. Sometimes it's great, sometimes it's shit. Damn, people are nice. I agree with you. Whenever you talk to someone and tell them they're hitchhiking, there's like, oh, that's not gonna work. No one's gonna pick you up. People do pick you up. And in fact, it's actually quite quick. You usually don't have to wait too long. The longest I've waited on this trip is just over an hour, but most of the time it's been a lot shorter than that. I was in Cosmopolis, my longest wait. All the way to 0 minutes because I'm not even hitchhiking and someone just asks what I'm doing and offer me a ride. And every person has their own story and personality. Exactly. That's what I like about hitchhiking. Meet interesting people all day. Wide range of people from all walks of life. Yeah, for those of you that don't know, Camp Band 2009 and April Abigail picked me up 3 days ago, I think. Drove me 30 miles south, we had dinner, we skipped some rocks, hung out for a while, and then they drove me 30 miles back north, right to where we started. You guys tried. I appreciate the effort. You're clean cut and don't look like you'd harm a soul, so that helps. Yeah, and I specifically make myself look in a way that I think looks like someone the average person would want to sit next to in their car. Like, I dress and present myself in a way that I think helps get rides. You met a McDonald's man with a, you also met two female killers? Yeah. And they made me a sign that says not a murderer. What if I am a murderer? You can't lie on a hitchhiking sign. Yeah, it was raining because it's Oregon, and that's what it does in Oregon. It just rains, and then it rains, and then it keeps raining. So they sheltered me for the night. They adopted a Canadian hitchhiker for a night. Oh yeah. I think I see our hitchhiking spot coming up soon. All the rides that he has that legs out, they're the victims. Maybe. Alright. Definitely getting to the edge of town. Sidewalk just ended and now we're on to just shoulders. Shoulder of the road. So, as soon as I see an appropriate shoulder, go after those lights. I can show ya. So this shoulder isn't great. Like, we're just kind of getting out onto the highway. I could hitchhike here because we're still slow speeds. And again, no. There's three things I look for in a hitchhiking spot. That's a long line of sight, so people can see you from a long ways away. A wide shoulder where they can safely pull over. And the third thing is slow speed of traffic. So ideally you're not right on a highway like where everyone's already going 70 plus miles an hour or 120 kilometers an hour. Have to decide on the location. But it's still stable at 720p, so that's nice. Well done, internet. I have an antenna on my back now. What kind of rides we'll get today. Who's it gonna be? What's their story gonna be? Where are they from? Where are they going? Fate Designs, thanks for following. We be hitchhiking soon. I promise. You do indeed have good taste in cake. Was it Impact that told you guys to get the lemon chiffon cake? I think he was pushing for it. I was just like, oh, you do you, girls. You do you. I trust you. Alright. Coming up here looks like a good as place as any. I'll show you guys in a second once I get a little closer. Yes, I concurred. Yes. Lemon chiffon cake. Stick my thumb up for cops? Yeah, I do it. Like, there's nothing wrong with hitchhiking on Highway 101 through Washington, Oregon, and California. So I will stick my thumb up for cops, and I'll just wave at them, and they'll wave back, or they'll give you a weird look. But
Cops don't really do much. Like, there's a chance they might pull over and just check my papers, make sure I'm not an illegal alien or whatever they want to call them. But for the most part, I've had a decent time with the cops. I've had rides from cops too. I got a ride backwards from a cop in England because I got dropped off somewhere where it was illegal. I got one cop on Vancouver Island took me in the right direction. Took me to the ferry because I was also hitchhiking somewhere where I wasn't supposed to be. But I never purposely hitchhike somewhere where you're not allowed. It just ends up that way. It's like someone's like, oh yeah, I'm going this place. I'm like, oh yeah, that's in the right direction. Then they drop you off and you're like, well shit, that sucks. So that's happened. But yeah, I've had a few rides from the police. Got a ride into Kobe, Japan by the Japanese police. And to April and Andrea, like, I will use your signs at times. Just right now, wearing my backpack and holding the stream with one hand, so it's hard to use a sign right now. And to those of you that haven't seen me hitchhike, like when you see me wave to someone, it's probably because they either waved to me or they gave me some kind of hand signal that was pretty much telling me that maybe they would pick me up, but due to the current circumstances, it might not be worth it. So like that means they're going a short distance. I know, I can put it on the ground, but then I have to squat down to read chat. So you get to pick really like good chat interaction or hitchhiking with a sign. Don't ever mention England. Why not? Seemed like, you know, I had a good time there. Yeah, it's just harder for me to read chat when it's on the ground. I have to squat down and do it. Where right now I can, like, while I'm hitchhiking, and I can like see what's going on in chat. Thought you were mistaking Wales for England? No, it was actually in England that I got picked up by the police, not Wales. You want terrible chat interaction 240p leggy stream? Well, that's what you're gonna get sometimes. Sometimes I check off all those boxes. Between towns, when I'm talking to some guy that picked me up, guy or girl that picked me up. You know, there's not too much chat interaction because I'm talking with the driver. And then there's just no signal out there somewhere. And we're gonna experience that pretty soon. As soon as we get out of town here, we're losing almost all the signal. And we'll be putting this new antenna I bought to the test. I guess I could show you guys my spot. We usually do that. There's lots of traffic right now, so if I show you the spot, I'm not hitchhiking. Don't know how you got here, but hello? Hello! That's Park Ranger. I threw my thumb for that, and he waved. Because we're about to go into a national park where I'm actually not allowed to hitchhike. So Hello, welcome to Hitch Live, where we hitchhike for fun. Surprisingly, it can actually be a very enjoyable activity, or at least in my opinion it is. Is this the delivery you're waiting for in town? Yes. I was getting an antenna. It's on my back right there. Hello, I'm from Sweden too. Swedish, nice. I was there in 2015. Hitchhiked around Sweden for a little bit. Yeah, I got the antenna. Now we're in HD temporarily. When I do get picked up, I'm gonna restart the stream at a lower resolution right away, because right south of town we get into the Redwood National Park, and guaranteed we're going to lose almost all our connection. I looked it up online just to see what kind of connection Verizon gets, and it's not much. Like, we lose LTE completely, and they only have like 3G coverage, and it's not even the best 3G. So we're really going to be putting this thing to the test, and like, honestly, like, if it doesn't work, I'm not that surprised, because if there's no signal at all, an antenna doesn't really help. There has to be something to capture. If there's no signal at all, then there's nothing for the antenna to capture. But I do feel very professional now. I've become across a lot of weirdos while hitchhiking. America seems like there's a lot of oddballs. Like, you'll get a few. Most of the people that we'd call weirdos are like quirky weird. It's just more entertaining than anything. But you get some odd ones that are not so nice. But that kind of brings up one of my rules of hitchhiking, is I talk to someone before I get into the car. And people who are watching day one of Hitch Live see that I turn down rides for a variety of reasons. I hitchhiked in countries where you couldn't speak the language. Yes, I hitchhiked across Russia in 2015. And that's why I tell people Russia was my least favorite country. I hitchhiked across. It's because I couldn't communicate with Russians really well, because I can't speak Russian and they can't speak English. And it just makes things more difficult when you can't communicate with people. And like I kind of said, the thing I like about hitchhiking is the people I meet along the way. Like, also the sense of adventure and like the freedom and stuff of it, but like, I really like meeting the different people as I go. And if you can't talk to people, you miss out on a lot of that. So, yes, I've hitchhiked in countries where I can't speak the language. So Russia, Poland, Lithuania, and Latvia were kind of like the younger generations could speak English. The older people like kind of 40 plus couldn't. And then Japan as well, there was a language barrier there. And that's what got me detained in Japan, was the language barrier. And this yeah, for sure. Thanks, son. Thanks. And yeah, Twitch destroyed my life. You've been here since day one of the OG viewers. What has happened? Well, on day one of this trip, Twitch destroyed my life. Were you here for that? Where I turned down 3 rides in a row, and the third one was just a really weird guy. Kind of how that happened is he pulled over, I ran up to his truck, opened the door, I said, "Hey, how's your day going?" And then he just like looked at me, he was like, "Do you want to ride or not?" And at that point I was like, I did want to ride, but now I don't. Yeah, he was there for that. How that ended was, I said, it's in the VODs below. It was be Hitch Live day 1, something or other. What did I say? Based off of how this interaction has gone, I'm gonna wait for the next ride. Thanks for stopping. Have a good one. Something like that. That's not gonna be word for word. But that was the gist of what I said, and then shut the door. He gave me a death glare, and he drove off. Yeah, everyone's chat was, yeah. I didn't see that until I turned it down already. When I'm actually talking to someone, I'm not checking chat. It's only once I get in and then I can catch up with chat. What did that guy just say? Yeah, he pulled up and he says, "You're actually in a really good spot. It shouldn't take you too long to find a ride." I'm guessing he was just going like down the road to his house or something like that. But he's like, "Yeah, it shouldn't take you too long, maybe 20 minutes or something." So that's always nice when the local people are just like, "Yeah, right on. You do you." How was hitchhiking in Swedish then? I don't think a lot of people would stop for a hitchhiker. That's what people say everywhere. No matter what country you're in, you talk to people, you're like, "Oh yeah, I'm hitchhiking around." They're like, "Oh, that's going to be really difficult. I don't think many people will pick you up." Hitchhiking in Sweden was easy. Because I was in Norway, went up to Trondheim, then cut east into Sweden, straight across to, was it Sundsvall or something like that? Down to Stockholm, then across to Gothenburg. Sorry, I'm really bad with names. Everyone who's been around for a while knows I'm really bad with names. Anyway, I crossed kind of in the middle of it, went straight across to the coast, down to Stockholm, and then cut south west into Denmark. Find that many people pick you up were hitchhikers once himself, perhaps in the east. Yeah, I'd say if I could like generalize, the average person that picks me up hitchhiking is a guy by himself driving that used to hitchhike at some point in his life, so they're returning the favor. And that type of vehicle never picks people up. People in their little Westphalia vans. What's the most fun country to hitchhike in? The most fun I've ever had hitchhiking in a country, I thought Ireland, like small town to small town in Ireland was some of the most fun hitchhiking I've done. And that was because, well, you really stand out when you're hitchhiking around in really small towns. Hey. It's live! Like, I ended up with a place to stay in Ireland almost every night. I ended up with a lot of pints at the pubs. When you walk into a really small town in Ireland, you've got a big backpack with cardboard shoved in it, sticking out, and you sit down and you grab yourself a beer, like, people kind of gravitate towards you. They're like, "What is this person doing in our small town?" Klein team, thanks for following. Hope you're enjoying yourself so far. We're gonna catch a ride soon. You guys will see what kind of people we catch hitchhiking. Yeah, Ireland made it to my top 3 countries I've hitchhiked in. I tell people my top 3 is Ireland, Croatia, and Japan, because of my experience hitchhiking there. So, yeah. Yeah, Ireland's really fun. And then Japan. Japan was the quickest hitchhiking I've ever done in my life. I think it's because I stood out so much. Like, you're hitchhiking at a service station, like gas station, restaurant kind of place on the side of the highway. And every person that drove past, if they didn't pick you up, would drive past really slow and give you like the drive-by stare. Because they're just really curious, like, what is this guy doing? Why is he here? Where is he from? So it was really fun and interesting hitchhiking in Japan. Like, I'd say within 5 to 10 cars driving past, I had a ride almost every time. Hope you get a ride. You gotta head out, April? Alright, I'll see you later. Hope to see you in chat again. Thanks for tuning in, though. It's cool to see you guys checking out the channel. For those of you that don't know, April and her friend Andrea picked me up a couple days ago. How much or little money have you spent so far? It actually hasn't been that cheap of a trip for me because I've actually stayed in a motel twice. Oh, we might have a ride. Yes, we do. We'll see if he's okay with the camera. Hey, how's it going? Yeah, where are you heading to?
I'm headed all the way down to Fort Bragg.
Oh, that's pretty far.
Yeah.
Now I'm recording the process of hitchhiking through a live stream. Is that something you're comfortable with in your car?
Live stream?
Yeah, so there's people watching, chatting and stuff.
Okay, yeah.
We'll probably lose connection at some point, but yeah, back in the back.
Yeah, what's your name?
Trevor.
I'm Sam.
Sam, nice to meet you. Bag's okay back here?
Yeah.
Yeah? I'll just move your hat.
Yeah, good.
Should I move this painting so I don't like crush it?
Yeah.
Alright. Should be good. Just set this down for a second. Well, I really appreciate you grabbing me.
Yeah, no problem, man.
Alright.
And we're on. How's it going, everybody?
Yeah, this is Sam.
Welcome. Everybody, this is a new car for me. This is
got a
actually
new
my
car?
first. Yeah, I just bought it today.
You
so-
just bought this new car.
That's right.
Ooh, that's exciting. So you're taking out for a test drive and everything, seeing how it goes?
No, actually, I came up to visit my grandpa, but
Yeah.
I bought the car from him, and
Yeah.
now I'm going back home. So
Okay.
yeah.
Awesome. Those of you watching, I'm going to restart the stream because we're about to lose connection completely because we're about to go through a national park and go through some windy roads. So I'm going to set it down to standard definition and hopefully it'll keep up, but we're probably going to lose you at some point and then get you back, then lose you again. So 1 second. Sorry.
No, you're good. Where are you headed, Trevor?
The whole reason of this trip is to show people what hitchhiking is like. I've been hitchhiking the past 4 years, on and off through 25 countries. I've been picked up 700 some odd times, and I just want to show people what my experience with hitchhiking is like, because I've had a great time doing it.
Awesome.
And yeah, I just wanted to show people what it's like. So that's the purpose of this live stream and stuff like that. I don't have a specific destination.